If you're seeing AutoCAD error code 18050, don't worry. This usually points to a modeling operation error, specifically a Boolean intersection failure. In simple terms, AutoCAD is having trouble figuring out how two 3D solids should combine, subtract, or intersect. That means the shapes may be touching in a way that confuses the software, the geometry may be too complex, or the solid itself may be slightly corrupted. In this video, I'll walk you through what causes the error and the exact steps you can use to fix it fast. If this tutorial helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more AutoCAD tips and troubleshooting guides. Let's get into it. First, it helps to understand why this happens. Error 18050 often appears when two objects are only grazing each other instead of clearly overlapping. For example, they may touch at a single edge or a single point, and that can make the Boolean engine fail. Another common reason is non-manifold geometry, which means the result would create zero thickness areas that AutoCAD cannot properly define as a solid. A third issue is self-intersecting loops, where a solid has internal faces or broken geometry that makes the body mathematically invalid. So before you try the operation again, assume the problem is not just the command, it's usually the shape. The first fix is to force a real overlap between the solids. If two objects are just barely touching, move one of them by 0.001 units so there is a clear intersection. You do not need to move it very far, just enough so AutoCAD can tell that one object truly passes through the other. After that, try your union, subtract, or intersect command again. In many cases, this tiny adjustment solves the problem immediately because it removes the ambiguity that caused the Boolean failure in the first place. If that does not work, the next step is to clean the body. You can do this by using SOLIDEDIT, then choosing Body, then Clean. This tool helps remove redundant vertices and edges that may be confusing the modeling engine. Even small extra points or messy edge data can cause a Boolean operation to fail. Once the body is cleaned, retry the operation and see if AutoCAD can process the solid normally. This is a very useful step when the geometry looks fine visually, but the internal structure is still causing errors. Another important step is to check whether the solid is actually valid. Set the SOLIDCHECK system variable to 1, then run SOLIDEDIT, choose body, and then check. This will help you identify whether the solid is mathematically valid or if AutoCAD detects corruption. If the object fails the check, that is a strong sign the issue is inside the geometry itself, not just the command you are using. In that case, you may need to simplify the object or rebuild part of it before trying again. If your model contains detailed fillets, chamfers, threads, or other high complexity features, try simplifying it temporarily. Delete or suppress those details before running the union or subtract operation. Sometimes complex geometry creates tiny tolerance problems that prevent the Boolean engine from completing the task. Once the main solid operation works, you can add the detailed features back afterward. This step is especially helpful for mechanical parts, threaded components, and models with many curved edges. If the solid still appears to be corrupted, you may need to re-solidify it. One way to do this is to explode the solid into surfaces, then use surfsculpt to recreate a clean solid from those surfaces. This can help when the original solid has internal issues that cannot be fixed by cleaning alone. It is a more advanced recovery method, but it can be very effective if the object is damaged or imported from another file with bad geometry. A very useful workaround is to scale the model up before performing the Boolean operation. Try scaling it by 10 times or even 100 times, run the union, subtract, or intersect command, and then scale it back down afterward. This can help bypass internal tolerance limits that may be too tight at the original size. AutoCAD sometimes struggles with very small geometry or tiny gaps, so increasing the scale can give the engine enough room to process the solid correctly. If you are working with imported files, always consider whether the issue started outside AutoCAD. Models from other software can bring in imperfect geometry, hidden faces, or invalid edges. In those cases, combining the clean body step, the solid check, and the scale workaround usually gives you the best chance of success. The key is to test one fix at a time so you can identify which one actually resolves the problem in your file. So to quickly recap, error code 18050 usually means AutoCAD cannot complete a Boolean operation because the geometry is ambiguous, invalid, or too complex. Start by forcing a small overlap, then clean the body, check the solid, simplify detailed features, and if needed, re-solidify or scale the model up before trying again. One of these steps will usually get your 3D operation working properly again. If this video helped you fix AutoCAD error 18050, please hit the like button and subscribe for more AutoCAD troubleshooting, modeling tips, and step-by-step guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.